Hey guys, and welcome back. So I'm gonna talk today about a subject that really interests me, and I hope you'll find it quite as interesting as me. And it's about the psychological types that Myers-Briggs, Keirsey, and also Carl Jung used. And I'm gonna talk about the first type, the artisans. And in case you're not familiar with these psychological types, then no worries, I will post, if you ask, a short description of what these types are, how they function, and so on and so forth. Just if you need an introduction to them, just post a comment and I'll do it in a later video. But for now, I'm gonna treat the artisans. And what are the artisans? Like, they've been depicted as being the sensation-seeking personality. They live to give life to their impulses. And I would like to bring a more mythological aspect to them, because I think we can understand artisans if we look at them from many different angles, because each angle reveals a new facet that may have never before been seen in them. And usually the god who represents these artisans is thought to be Dionysus, the god of death and rebirth, But for my mind, I find, in just my experience, and to take it at face value, that it's not Dionysus who is the most representative god for the artisans, but it's Jupiter himself. Jupiter is from Greek mythology, is from Roman mythology, but you may know Zeus from Greek mythology. It's the king of the gods, the father of the gods, the holder of the thunderbolt. I find that the artisans are the ones that most depict Jupiter. Jupiter in astrology is called the Great Benefic, the Great Beneficent, because he bestows boons, he bestows favor, he bestows luck upon those who worship him, who walk in his footsteps, and who follow him, who show devotion to him. And indeed, all the artisans, be them extroverted or introverted, be them feelers or thinkers, all of them depict the qualities of Jupiter. As in, artisans, more than other types, value generosity, but more than that, they value generativity. They are very generous because they are very generative. They generate physical stuff. They generate wealth and abundance, a full abundance of everything physical life has to offer. They are the aesthetics of all the types. You have the aesthetics, you have the stoics, you have the dialectics, and you have the ethicists. Of all the four types, the most aesthetic types, the most in love with the beauty of life, are the artisans. They just love everything that comes through the senses. And whether their sensibility is outward oriented or inward oriented, it doesn't matter. They're still in love with the world of form and sensation. They still relish in the adrenaline, they still relish in the dopamine, and they just want to go out and get it. They are the movers, they are the shapers of reality, because they are always in the middle of an action, in the here and now, always just itching to go out there and fulfill their impulse. Even the more reserved types, even the ISFPs or the ISTPs, even them, they're just itching for something, even though they don't go out and express that to other people. And their bird, their totem animal, the totem animal of Jupiter, who's the father of the gods, the king of the gods, is the eagle. Now, the artisans are depicted as being the cynical personality, and portray the eagle. It's majestic, it's king of all birds. Like artisans, even the most modest ones, even the most humble ones, in some deep down corner of themselves, they still think of themselves as the kings and sovereigns of their world. They don't want to rule others. No, they don't. But they want to be relished by others. They want to be appreciated by others. Of course, extroverted types more than the introverts. But still, even the introverts want to be admired by the others. You know? And the eagle is just out there scanning for prey. And when it sees its prey, when it sees its quarry, it doesn't wait. It just rushes down and catches it before the prey has even time to react. When an artisan strikes, you won't know what hit you. You will feel hit. You will maybe be stunned because, mark my words, they are masters of their craft. And they are indeed very crafty. They have been linked, you know, they have been compared to foxes. But I find that the eagle, who's soaring up above and just rushing down on its prey, is a better comparison. And they have no hard feelings. They're cynical. The word selager is made from an artisan. You know, they don't care, they don't really care to give their heart out if you have been hurt by their actions. Of course, they're human. Of course, they have feelings. Of course, they may feel a little bit sorry for you. But ultimately, they will be out for themselves. Ultimately, even though they may apologize for your hurt feelings, they will still sacrifice your feelings without looking back for the sake of theirs. You know, they will go out there and be on their own path, follow their own instincts, and resent any kind of formal authority. They just want to be free, and this word freedom is what mostly expresses the character of an artisan. Of course, all types want freedom. But more so than any others, artisans desire and actually need to be free. Just as us humans need oxygen, the artisan profiles absolutely need freedom. And if you take their freedom away, they will be like beasts in a cage. They will itch and they will, you know, just pull open the bars and be out to get you, not to be imprisoned again. Or even though they may not be out to get you, they will just run for the hills and you'll never see them again if you limit them too much. So if you really want to be near an artisan, then you have to be generous to him. Generous as in bringing gifts. And of course they appreciate generosity of feelings too, but they're more practical oriented, you know, than metaphorically oriented. Of course they too get metaphors, but they're practical people. And luck smiles upon them. You know, Fortuna was the firstborn of Jupiter. Fortune favors the bold, and indeed, when it comes to willpower, when it comes to determination, when it comes to asserting themselves, they are the masters. They are the holders of the holy fire.